For in-depth
Drop kick me, Jesus, through the.
Welcome back to the Question Blog Talk Radio Conversation with me, Doug Pagitt, your host, joined by Shelley Pagitt, natural health coach, and she's going to be with us here in a minute. And I don't know why it won't start properly, Shell. I don't know why I'm supposed to have Junk Food Junkie playing for you, and it just won't start regularly. But hello there, the mama. Folks, this is Shelley Pagitt. She is our co-host for the question and talks about natural health, talks about her own happenings this week going on over there in Michigan. Well, Shell, this is you're the first guest on the 2.5 hour summer version of the radio show. So,
yes. You know how what's it called? Time zone,
time zones throw you off?
that area?
Yes.
No, I knew I was to call right now. Obviously, I'm here, but I think it's funny because I'm the first guest, but I'm calling from here and it's 11. So the show's going to end at 11 there, I believe.
It's going to end at noon because now it's 2.5 hours. Yeah, but that is sort of a funny thing that you are the first guest calling in at 11 o'clock for the 10 o'clock time slot. Time. Does anybody really know what time it is? Does anybody really care?
After you're ranting about North Korea, let's just get on to something that's a little more
Okay. All right.
less nuclear-oriented and more nucleus-oriented.
Hey, look at that, folks. That's the kind of snappy banter that you're going to find over here at the Question Blog Talk Radio Conversation on Tuesdays in the fourth segment of the show with Shelley Pagitt, natural health coach, who wants to move from nuclear to nucleus. All right. So Shell, tell people where you are and what you're doing and all that.
Okay, so it's all about cell health this week or 2 weeks, and I'm in a place called Union City, Michigan, and the center in that is called the Creative Health Institute, and I'm at a 2-week program, and it actually runs 2 full weeks. On Friday this week will be my last day, and we have a graduation ceremony.
Yes.
And certification, and I think that's pretty cool. And
Sure
it really
is.
a place of learning through experience, and there are a lot of classes as well. And at the same time, you're also going through a healing process. So, I came into it not knowing that much, honestly, just looking at their website, which is pretty pathetic. And
So you looked at their website and then drove all the way to Michigan and decided to spend 2 weeks off of their website. That's what you mean?
Off of my friend Annie's work.
Oh, okay.
And her experience here, her previous experience here.
Gotcha.
And then I just said, if you go back, I'm interested in going with you, and
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to, see what the process is all about. And it's really, if people know me, I don't know, it's kind of a unique experience for me because I'm kind of surprised at myself. I wouldn't typically take 2 weeks out of my life that I'm very vested in to come, to a different place, to do this. So I'm pretty happy about the experience so far.
Okay, so this is natural health coach Shelley Pagitt. She's telling us about what's going on here at her Wheatgrass Haven there in Union City, Michigan. So just give a little rundown on what you do.
Well, first I want to give just a tiny rundown of what this place is.
Okay.
So it's I'm getting feedback. Is that just going to be normal?
Yeah, it is. It's what happens when people call in.
Okay, I'll just try to ignore it. So what we do here is this is the center, healing center based on teachings and life of Ann Wigmore. And Ann Wigmore is a pioneer in the topics of not natural, but raw foods. And so what we do is it's the process of starting to to eat and implement raw living foods, which means sprouted foods and anything that you could put in the ground and it would grow again. So we talked about this before in the program. Anything that's cooked above 110 degrees is definitely, all the enzymes are dead in it. And then, oh my gosh, that reverberation is hard, so let me just get my head on. So then if the enzymes are dead, then it's no longer living, but there's also foods that are actually even more living. So you can sprout nuts and, different things like that. So that's the beginning part, and then we went through a 3-day energy soup cleanse, and that's where all we had to eat was wheatgrass 3 times a day, and then we had this energy soup, which is like all kinds of greens blended up in a Vitamixer, and then it's all pre-digested. So the idea is that your digestive system gets to completely rest so that any healing that needs to happen in the body can heal. But different than a water fast, because the energy soup is also giving your body the nourishment to the cells. The nurse actually do the work that it needs to do without having to digest.
Gotcha.
And there's other, concepts that go with it, like rebounding and stuff like that. So I'll talk about that when I daily kind of idea what the schedule is.
Okay. And you've been there for 10 days, and how you feeling? You a little hungry? You a little weak? You lost some weight?
No, it's been a process. Yeah, I lost some weight. I'm not weighing myself here, and I was hoping to lose some weight. I feel like I've not been very strict about my eating for the past few years, and I don't know if it's metabolism as well, but the weight was creeping on. So I feel good about that. I don't know how much will stay off, but I'm hoping some of it will. So that's a nice thing. But the process of coming in and not eating that much and then going to the energy soup, I was pretty weak on the energy soup day and a half, the first day and a half. And then the energy started to come back the second day. And now I'm just trying to limit what I eat and soak in the rest of the information. So this week I feel really good. Up till Saturday I was pretty tired and didn't have a lot of pep.
Yeah.
I did notice though that I'm kind of weak in terms of like we exercise every morning, and so I can totally do the rebounder, which is like a mini trampoline.
Yeah.
And thanks to Annie, if you all can picture this, 9 of us in this little room jumping on these rebounders to Annie's wonderful CD of Flashdance.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No, it was awesome. And then a lot of times we do walking for 30 minutes after that, and I've been doing yoga, and I noticed in my yoga this morning that I am a little weaker. Like I try to do arm circles, and when I lead yoga at church, I do arm circles for a long time and actually find slight pleasure in torturing people with it. And I think I would be the one being tortured now, because I just can't do my arms as long, and I'm disappointed in that weakness, and I'm hoping that definitely comes back.
Wow. Okay, so what's the setting like there? You're what's the content like? What are you talking about? What do you have for us today?
Well, for us, I wanted to talk about